Hello and welcome to Dave the Suit Betting. This week I think we've made a slight loss, but over the 2-week festive period we're slightly in front. The last two selections, Rohan, I don't know what happened to that. I thought it was going to at least get a place. It was cruising and I don't know. They were running into a headwind at Newcastle. The one at Cheltenham, that got a place for us and a slight profit on that race. Over the festive period, 2 weeks, we're slightly up, but not a lot. I think it's about 3/4 of a point. So, on to tomorrow, Saturday, the 4th of January, 2025, a new year. I've got two selections, got some bad news. I picked these out this afternoon, there was no betting. And then I put my bets on about 20 past, 25 past 5 before I had a bite to eat. And they were both 7-1. The prices have gone somewhat, but I can only put them out. I can't always give you the best prices. But anyway, here's the first one at Sandown. And what I saw that made me select it. So what's happened here? The horse we're interested in is in second place. It's 3 miles at Sandown. He wants to lead. He definitely wants to lead. So we get over the first and he's got to the lead. And the jockey tries to put the handbrake on, but the horse is pulling, is fighting. But he quite easily gets a nice 6-length lead there. And jumps to second fence. Lovely, really well. So this is approaching 3 from home. The noseband in the pink colours. Jumps out well. He's about a length up. Coming round the bend. He's got them all at it. Maybe apart from the one in the blue. But he's got them at it. He's pulled hard all the way. Second last jumps well. But now he's just coming to the end of his stamina. But he doesn't stop. Coming to the last fence, he's trying, definitely trying. Good jump at the last. Remember, this horse is not a 3-miler. And he stays on okay. I'm not too keen on the jockey. Same jockey today, he's whipped it a couple of times there. But he's not stopping, he's not stopping. And there he is in third. I thought that was a really, really good run. After a break, I thought it was a very, very good run. Well, that was its last run. It was over a trip too far. It was 63 days after a break. It should have blown away a lot of cobwebs. I thought it was a good run. Let's have a look. The Racing Post form. So this is the race I'm looking at. 150 at Sandown, over 2 mile. It's a handicap chase, class 2 on soft ground. Now, unfortunately, and this is at 5 minutes past 7, there's no prices on no prices. So I've gone on to Odds Checker. Now I've actually got a much better price than it's showing here. I've actually got 7-1. 11-2, 5-1 with Paddy's. Ignore Sky Bet, just unbelievable. 11-2, 5-1 Ladbrokes. I've got 7-1 with 365 already. So Jupiter de Geet. This is its form. And as you can see, it's won over 2 mile 4 on heavy at Utoxeter. It's won at Newbury and just over 2 mile in a class 4 event by 15 lengths. And this run at Sandown is what I've just shown you. Where it came third. Took keen hold, led soon clear, hit hay, fence. I think it just brushed through it. Went further clear before 9th. Reduced lead after the 11th. Faced challenge last. headed, and it says no extra running, but I don't think, I think it ran on quite well for a horse that isn't a 3-miler. Well, I don't agree with the comment, no extra running. I thought it stayed on okay. It just ran out of puff almost. It's not a 3-miler. It's run over 2 miles, and it's run over 2 mile 4 furlongs. Today at Sandown, it's 2 mile 4 furlong. Now, there's one or two previous winners in the race, one of which beat one of my selections on the 28th on last Saturday, and it won well, the Venetia Williams one. But I do like Jupiter de Geet. Now, I've got 7-2 on. I've played each way. It's now 11-2. But we're playing to £20. We're playing the full stake today. So £10 each way is my recommendation. You don't have to. No one's forcing you to back the horses. And certainly don't have to put £10 each way on it. You play to your own pocket. Here's my second selection, running at Wolverhampton in the 450. I'm interested in his coming out of the 5 stall. Watch it as it comes out. It's in the blue cab. A little bit awkward as it came out. But the jockey, I thought he did really well here to get a good position. And then he takes a tug. Look at him take a tug there. And then he pulls it back just before they get to the bend. There he is. They get to the bend and he turns the bend, third from last. Now, what is that about? You got out from a decent stall number 5 and now you're 3 from the back in an atrocious position. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Now, we're coming into the final bend. We're about 3.5 from home and is in last position. I just don't get it at all. Okay, we're now at the 2 pole, which is basically into the straight. He's on the inside. He's saving a lot of ground. All these are running wide. Too wide. Ideally, you want to be where this one is with a noseband. But he's saving ground up the inside. Being rode along. He does the wise thing. He comes off the rail. You do not want to be on the rail. And he pushes it. Pushes it. Now, a lot of these, this has been whipped. This has been whipped. This has been whipped. He's not hit this yet. He's going to hit it in a moment. Here he comes. Now, we're at the 1 pole. He's still not hit the horse yet. He's in a good position here, 4 off the rail. I do like that position, between 4 and 6 off the rail. The places to be on the home straight. He's pushing it. He's pushing it. 1 hit. 2 hit. And that's it. He's done. There's the half furlong marker. Stays on. Into 4th. But what was he playing at? What was he playing at? Let me show you the form of Twilight Guest on that run. Now that run, and I thought he gave it a poor ride. On that run, the winner is rated 64, 3-year-old. They're all 4 now. Happy birthday, everyone. The second was rated 65. The third was rated 64. It beat horses, despite a poor ride by Harry Davis, rated 61. That was rate 46, 65, 65, 62. There is nothing in the 60s in this race. It's a classified stakes. So the weights don't adjust for handicap, okay? But the top official rated is Pop Noodle at 50. Now, if this was a handicap, technically, Twilight Green would be getting £4 from Pop Noodle. And it's giving it £1. So technically, it shouldn't win. I'm going on its last run. And its last run was after wind surgery. I had wind surgery on the 29th of August, a long break. And it was coming back from a 114-day break. So this is the race I'm looking at. The extended 9 furlongs at Wolverhampton, the 450. So as you can see, certainly not the best of rides. He got out, he got a decent place, a decent position, and then he just took a tug and put it next to last, third from back. It came round the last bend, it was in last place, and it's ran on really well. He hit it twice, Harry Davis. I wasn't impressed. Now I've played earlier each way at 7-1. The price has completely capitulated. It's now 4-1 best Paddy Power, 100-30. I'm putting this video out very early on Friday evening. My advice, play to win. So I'm going to put it out as a win. Now I don't know what price it's going to be in the morning. I was going to say, let's call it 100-30. Go get the best price guarantee in the morning. 8 AM, 365. We'll go with that price. Whatever they open up at, or the SP, whatever's the best price, we'll go with that. Twilight Guest in the 450, that is. Now, when I pick a horse, I pick it before there's any betting out. I look at the form, I think this has got a good chance, then I look to see if it's value. Now, I still think this horse at 100-30, certainly at 4-1, is value. There's nothing in the race comparable to what beat it last time. I think it will have come on for that race. That was its first run after a break and after wind surgery. It's done its best runs on the all-weather, mainly at Chelmsford. But I think it's got an excellent chance, despite it being a maiden. Now, when I pick a horse out, I don't know what prices they're going to be. I look at the form, I watch replays of the races over and over, of different horses in different races, and I come up with a decision on a selection. Now, just because I put a horse out each way doesn't mean I think it will only get placed. I'm putting horses out which I think have got an excellent chance of winning, and I see the each way as a bit of insurance. Sometimes you can get trouble in running, sometimes the jockey rides a bad race on it, and sometimes you just get beaten by a better horse on the day. And I see it as insurance to get your stake back or to make a slight profit. This game is about winning, but it's not always about winning. Sometimes it's about not losing. Now, a lot of people lost today, and I don't mean by gambling. A lot of people today went to Musselburgh races and they abandoned it just as the horses were in the parade ring. And I think that's an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. Musselburgh, which is at Edinburgh, it's miles away for a lot of people. For me, it's a 4-hour drive. I know someone that was travelling up from Reading. There was a 10 o'clock inspection. They were fully aware of the risk, and they thought, well, they've gone up in car, a couple of them. The guy in the passenger seat's got his eyes glued to Twitter and to Musselburgh racecourse information. And if it was going to be abandoned with that inspection at 10 o'clock, they were going to turn round and go to Southall. Now, this guy's got 2 weeks off work. He loves going racing. He supports racing. And he's just been screwed by Musselburgh racecourse. It's an absolute disgrace. They don't care about people that support racing. They don't care about people going out of their way. That's completely ruined his day. Now, I don't know if he's caught Southall. He might have caught Southall because the first race was at 4:30. But what a fiasco. They just don't care. This is Dave the Suit saying it exactly as it is. Bye for now.